Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Today is episode number 248 on my journey to 1800 ELO. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video because we're going to get right into it. So, boom shakalaki, check out Fianchetto Club in the description below and use code NETCHEST to get 10% off of your order. They have awesome sweatshirts, shirts. I'm actually wearing one right now. If you're an E4 fan, it's Fianchetto Club. Let's go, man. Rep them. We love them. Yeah. Anyways, that's the sponsor for today's video. We're going to get right into today's game. All right. We have the white pieces against an 1198. I'm a little out of breath because I picked up my free weights right before I made this video. And I'm excited about playing some chess, so I wanted to get a little lift in before I got going. Alright, so my opponent is playing what looks to be kind of like a copycat. We're both playing a London, basically. Maybe this has worked for him before. I don't know. I don't think that copying the London is the best way to play against it. His account. He's played 2,100 games. Holy crap. My boy has been around a while. So, typical, this is how we play the London sort of thing. There's a bunch of different ways he can play. He can bring his knight out to f6, copy me basically right now. Okay, so he's going for what seems to be like maybe knight to b4 and going for like a trick. So I'm going to just play c3, probably play bishop d3, trade off the bishops. I could even pin the knight. My heart is racing. So just stopping the knight from coming here. Another move that could have done it was a3. And I could have also just... I needed to play this move anyways. Gives me my pawn pyramid. But I find it universally nice because it just stops anything from coming to the b4 square. It's typically why I play it. Let me get some water. Let's turn some music on for you guys. A little bit of tunage in the background never hurt nobody. So a lot of players go for things like this. I was thinking about putting my knight in the center of the board, but what do I want to do? I think pinning his knight is not a terrible move. Typically my bishop goes here, and I don't really like his bishop being this strong right here. I just don't really want to recapture, but it might be what we end up doing. Let's see. Another move that I typically play is a move like knight into e5, but we haven't castled. I need to stop doing things like that. So my mind right now is to either develop the knight here, meaning my bishop will not be going to this square, or I could chase their bishop away. Move like this, he can go here. I play f3, he backs up. I don't think we need to do all that. I am just going to go for a trade of bishops, I guess. I thought a while about that move, but... Alright, so instead he is pinning my queen, which is fair. Or pinning the knight to my queen. which is fair. I could just ask the bishop what he wants to do. If he backs up, fair enough. I'll probably just castle, bring the knight in, and probably my queen over to b3. So I'm happy with this. This knight is in front of the c-pawn, which I think is a mistake. I think that he would have probably liked to have played, you know, in a different way. But all right, so he's threatening to take here. I can really not do much about it. I could take. Could also move my bishop over here, and pin his knight. I don't think I really want to do that. I could chase the bishop away, but I don't think that's a great move either. Taking, he takes with the queen. I can play knight to d2. Or he takes, I take. I think I'm going to let him take, and I'm just going to develop. So if he wants to take, I'm fine with that. It's kind of a weird way to play, but I'm going to do it like that. And my thought is that the file's open. And I have ideas of bringing my queen maybe over to b3 in the future. Doesn't do much on b3, I guess, other than attack that pawn. So maybe not that great of a move. The other thing that I'm thinking is rook to my probably soon to be semi-open e-file. So I guess the thought is I take here and he brings a knight in to the situation. Not 100% sure about that one. So if I take, he could take with the bishop. I take, he takes with the knight. Fair enough. I need to take, that's for sure. So if I take with the pawn, he's got to take with either the knight or the bishop, right? If he takes with the knight, I can just take the knight if I want to. Then he takes with the bishop. I could pin the knight here. No, I can't do that. I'd have to take first. So I think taking needs to be the move. I think I want to move my queen out of dodge for sure. My opponent's playing this pretty well, if you ask me. Now, when he takes back, I don't have to leave my bishop here. I could pin his knight. If he takes back with the bishop, I'll probably take back. Then he just gets a tempo on my light squared bishop. So I take, he takes. I can't take with the knight. I don't know what I'm doing. Almost about to mess up. I'm going to take his dark squared bishop. I'm fine with that. And I'm going to probably just back this up. Breaking the pin. Rook to the E file. Queen over to here. I'm feeling good. And I think that's fine for me. Should probably not have let the pin go on as long as I did. Because I feel kind of like a little more developed, I guess, than my opponent. Or at least, like, but all my pieces are pretty, like I'm not in an attacking phase right now. So my thought is the knight's hanging, right? That's my thought right now. So he either needs to move the knight or he needs to take my knight. And if he takes my knight, I could take back with the bishop or I could take back with my knight. I'm thinking taking back with the bishop is not a terrible move. I've been wrong before. Taking with the bishop, he takes back. I recapture with the knight or the queen. I could take with the queen there too. A lot of options. So opponent is thinking. He hasn't castled. I'm noticing that. So moves like rook to the E file maybe in the future come to life. I'm not 100% sure right now, but maybe we can make things like that happen. I'm sure he's going to castle within the next move or so. He needs to do something about this knight, because right now the knight is hanging. So I'd imagine that he takes. Just seems kind of like what people in my ELO range do. So I'd imagine he takes. And then it's basically, do I take with the knight or the bishop situation? So he defends. So he doesn't take. Which is interesting. So right now I'm wondering, takes. What do I got going on there? He's got his queen and his knight lined up. Moves like this are coming to mind as well. Just simple forks. Takes. He could take with the queen or the knight. Okay. If I do this move, takes. I could push the pawn. I think I'm gonna just simplify this a little bit. So he takes there. That's fine. Do I have like an intermet or in between move? Maybe. Not really. I was looking to see if I had like a check or something. I do have this check, but then I couldn't take the bishop, so that wouldn't be very good. If I played this and he just plays this, I could take that. Takes with check. That is kind of crazy. Does that work? If I played this check, he plays this, I take. I'm attacking the queen there. He would either need to move the queen. I think that's a little too fancy for me, but it looks like maybe a tactic. I'm not going to go into it. But I am going to possibly take tempos on the queen if I can. Bring this rook over to... Okay. I'm gonna bring the rook over. Now I'm threatening. Well, no, not really, because his knight defends. I was about to say. It would be nice if I could be threatening that pawn, but could threaten this check. He does this, and I win this pawn, though, right now. So I was going to say I was going to be able to fork the pawns, but this one is defended. So I'd assume he should castle here. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. So I'm just going to put my rooks on the file. Ask the queen what it is actually doing in my home. This knight is doing a good job of defending the pawn. So move like this puts pressure on the pawn again and attacks this. He could just defend everything with this. I think getting the rooks active is a good move, and now I'm thinking about moves like getting my queen doing some stuff. So if I bring my queen here. Okay. I mean, it's making what I think is going to be a weakness for my opponent. Probably just backing up is what I want to do. So I'm just going to back up. Now ideas of bringing my queen out feel like $1 million maybe. If he pushes, I can takes, pushes, takes, feel like we're doing fine there. So, looks like he wants to push like that. If I do this, he takes, I take. I just don't have what I like, you know, right now. I mean, this pawn is basically going to be weak now. But I don't necessarily have the best way to like put pressure on it. This is defended, this is defended. If I push this pawn, he can just push, takes. So if I push and he just, or if I push and he takes, I can take with the queen. Fine with that. He takes, boom, takes, boom, takes. If he pushes, my knight is good because it's also defending these, so. I'm gonna try this c4. So if he pushes, takes, I could take with the rook. That's number one. So I'm threatening to take. So I think he needs to do something about that. I'd imagine. So if he pushes, takes, I can take with the rook, right? Nothing wrong there. Could take with the knight as well, but I don't see why I would. I could though. Maybe to get here. I don't see why I would do that, but maybe I can do that. If he takes, I can just take with my queen. And if he takes, I can take back. Alright, so here I can take. He takes, I take, he takes. So I'm going to take with the queen first. And if he wants to take here, I'm fine with that. So I'll even pre-move that. Yeah, I know it's even material, but I'm feeling comfortable here. So, can't take it. What is he threatening after this? To come here? No, I take. He is defending the pawn again, which is kind of funny. So, I don't know what I want to do. I need to move my rook, right? Can't take the knight. I was thinking about moving the rook here, but I don't see why I would do that. I mean, maybe it works. Just put pressure on the pawn. I'm just gonna try and play a little fast. He can't move the knight here. I can just take... if he moves the rook here, that's a blunder because I can take. And when he takes with the queen, I can actually take his knight. I also have a move like this maybe where I do just win the knight. So I see a few things here. I don't know. I don't know what his game plan is. But I'm looking at moves like this because it's defended by my knight. If I did go here, he has this move. Take his queen, he takes my queen, and I'm just in there, so that would probably be good for me. So if I did get rook here, and he plays this move, takes. If I moved the rook there and he plays this move and I take, he wins my rook. So, okay. That's an interesting move to me. Can't take this right now because of the stupid knight, which is rather obnoxious. If I play this, he takes, I take. His knight can jump into... No, he can't. If I play this, he takes, I take. So this move, queen takes, I take. Like, alright, so if I go here, what is he doing? He goes here, takes. If I go here, he's setting it up so that if I go there, he goes here. I can't take anymore because he can take back. Interesting. So I'm low on time, so I'm going to play a little faster. He's defending this pawn really well. I mean, I'm having trouble figuring out a game plan against the guy, so I guess I could try and rotate my knight down here to trade off the knight. So, I mean, I don't really have too many ideas here right now. Potentially to do this, maybe. If I do bring my knight down, he takes, I take with the rook. I'm not attacking this anymore. Alright, so my opponent is switching gears here now. Is this even a bad move? I mean, I can put direct pressure on the pawn. Could also... No, I can't do that now. I can do this, though. No, I can't, because he can just take, because of stupid queen. Okay. So, not a good move. If I do this, he takes, I can just... Well, he can't take then. So, I'm going to play this. He can't take, because I can take his queen. So, I can't take with my queen either, but I think I'm going to win the pawn. So, I guess if he moves the rook here, I can just take the knight. So, that would be a mistake. So if I do this, what is he gonna do? It gets, he can take, that's number one. So if I take this right now, I think I have to. I'm gonna take it. I'm down on time. It is 10-second increment, so I shouldn't lose like that, but my rook is potentially becoming a little loose. I'm gonna do this to attack the queen. Man. Alright, so we're attacking the knight. Do I want to get in here? Kind of. Also, can just straight up start developing my knight now. Means no worries. Alright, so he's attacking this. I don't mind pushing my pawns, so... I want to get my king out now. Start getting aggressive with the king if I can. I'm up 2 pawns. Should be able to clean this up. I want to trade down pieces. So right now I'm looking at even moves like just trying to get rid of the rook if I can. But I would actually, I think, like to trade my knights. I hate knights. I like that I have a knight and he has a knight. Like, I like that I also have a knight in this situation. But knights are scary, man. Knights make power moves. So we should be comfortably winning right here. Probably had a little bit better position for a little bit now, but we finally got him to make some mistakes, I guess, and I think we're getting to capitalize on them now. Alright. So my initial thought is attack the pawns, get in on the 7th rank, cut the king off. It's a super strong rook right now. I can even block the only other open file. He doesn't really have a direct way to attack my pawns right now. So if he plays a move like this, I can push the pawn, or I can just move my rook there. Alright. I'm going to bring my knight. This might have been a good move too, because it just immediately threatens this. But I assumed he would do that. I guess it would have been fine, because check, and I mean, I'm getting in there. So maybe I messed that up. Alright, what's the idea? What's the big idea? So if I go here and then go here, I'm still threatening that pawn. He does this. I have this check. It's not as good though. So where does the knight want to go? Like, he can't go anywhere right now. And I kind of like that. I guess he can go here. Yeah, I'm going to limit the movement of his knight. Start bringing my king over. Boom, takes. I'm comfy. I can also do something like this if I want. He can move his knight here now. So, I am threatening to win the pawn now. I'm gonna try and win his pawns over here, so. I'm not calculating this right. We've like equalized, and it's all because I'm not playing correctly. We'll learn. We'll learn some things. I'm gonna get in here. So if he pushes, takes, should be able to win. Man, this guy was a tough opponent for me. Very tough. It's not over yet. Still got some time to go. This is a long game. I guess king here is better. I don't know. King here. If he pushes, I have check here. Win the pawn. And the idea here is to just cut off the king. Oh, I can't go there, or that's a stalemate, so don't do that. Alright, I was about to say, we were going to figure it out. We weren't going to stalemate. I stalemated like 2 games ago. He wants to rematch. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not going to rematch right now. That was quite the game. I'm going to, I am going to say GG, though. That was a great game. And give you a thumbs up. You did good, dude. So let's look at the game. Kind of made me miss the, that was a longer game. We played with 77.4% accuracy. Sounds about right. I felt like there was a lot of missed opportunities probably, and the beginning of the game was kind of messy. So I had 4 misses, 3 mistakes, and a few inaccuracies. So let's see what we could have done better. London Calling. So I thought he was going to copy me, but he didn't. The best move here is by far to just keep developing, not worry about this too much apparently. If he does bring the knight into here, I guess. See, I don't even know like what happens if he does that. It says bishop takes. What is it saying? I don't understand. Knight b4 is good. It likes bishop d6 best. But why is this not good? Because of this? It says bishop b5 check. And after he does that, I don't understand. So I wouldn't have played that move. So if you guys understand that, maybe you can tell me. It's probably something simple. I'm just not really getting it right now. I just went to trade off the light squared bishops. He said no. I kept this pin for probably a little too long, and I don't think the computer liked it very much. I did finish developing. He played this move. I took. Best move. And then this was a missed opportunity. I knew there was probably something here, and it involved like attacking this bishop with this, like, I felt like there was a lot going on here. So I just tried to make it simple, and I took there, and it definitely wasn't the best move, but this was. So I'm happy that I saw I could just bring the bishop back, and that this was a fine way to go about things. We're equalized again. All the advantage I gained was gone. So taking here was fine. We're actually 1.8 advantage here. The knight move was a little bit inconsiderate. It actually likes this move right away because I win the pawn. So should've, could've, would've. Another missed opportunity. It wants this check. So that's our misses for us right there. And I did see the move, just kind of a little after it would have been effective, I guess. I'm happy with how we played this. I felt like we found a lot of best moves here. This wasn't the best. The best is to take. So I don't think what we did was bad. We just ensure we get the pawn. And I didn't like this move. I didn't find the best, like, okay. I did find the best way to go about it. Okay. So I thought this was a good move. My alternatives were like sliding the rook over or even just backing up. I didn't really have too many options here. But that was my idea. This ended up being a clever idea because had he not done this, my idea was to move my rook here and to I think win the knight, or at least have a better version of the queen trade where I'm on the 7th and I get to eat all his pawns. So, yeah, the thought is before this, I mean, my calculation is rook, you know, I don't know, say he just plays like this or something. Like, my thought was this move, and then say he does this, I take, he takes, and I'm the one on the 7th rank, and I get to eat a pawn for breakfast. He does get to eat a pawn. I could kick his knight out first and then eat the pawn. That's probably the better way to do it. But I thought this was better for me, and the computer agrees. So that was my thought, but he defended. And I did not take advantage of this. So the way to take advantage of it was to play the move that I was going to play. Because it's the same thing. He can't take, so he'd have to do this. And if he does that, I can take. It's actually better now. So let's show you why. So if I did this, that's just straight up a blunder because I can take. And then when you retake, it's checkmate. So you can't do that. I miscalculated this. So it's even better, him doing that move. I had a brilliant idea. I just didn't. I didn't finish calculating, I guess. So this would have been better because I would have won another piece. Okay. So we see that. We see that this was a big missed opportunity. He gets tricky here, and then he plays this. Rook was hanging there, and that's checkmate. So I did miss mate in 1. So if you guys were in the video screaming at me about this move, that's quite all right. I'm sorry I couldn't hear you, but I feel your pain now. It's all coming back to me. Yeah, that's mate in 1. So that would have been a cool find. I missed that. I should have definitely seen it. I have 2 minutes on the clock, and I'm feeling pretty comfortably winning in this point, but I got pretty tunnel visioned on this pawn, I think. So yeah, this was a missed opportunity for sure. But we found the best moves. This was not. I say that, and then I played just a good move. Pushing the pawns was by far better. This was inaccurate as hell. Defend the pawn first, and then I can play my little idea to trade pieces. Taking with the knight is better because outside pass pawn, OG. And yeah, if we do math, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. He does not get there in time. So yeah, that would have been something to play for there. This ended up getting a little more complicated than I wanted it to. Didn't find, like, here I got the right idea and I was like, all right, I'm in there. So I knew I was winning here, but I kind of messed up, I think, a little bit there. But this ended up being fine for me, and we just queened. Had to be careful that we didn't stalemate. I wanted to take the pawn instead of mate in 5, which is silly, but take away all of his ideas. I don't want anything in the position. So middle game was a little weak by us, guys. Little weak. Played a really decent like a fantastic opening, and our end game was pretty good as well. So we need to work, I guess, focus on the middle game. I think that's typical of like almost all my games. I think my middle games are kind of my hardest part. I say I suck at end games, and I do. I think, like, if I played somebody that's good at end games at my level, I think they might be better than me. But my real struggles come in the middle games and missing tactics and stuff like that. So we'll work on doing more puzzles. As you guys saw in my last video, I tried playing the Sicilian defense, the Dragon Sicilian to be specific. Did not go very well for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had fun playing the opening. I'm gonna keep working on that. I'm gonna probably keep playing the Caro Con until I get a little more comfortable with the Dragon Sicilian. But the plan is to ultimately maybe like switch it up to, usually on E4 openings with white, I will be playing the Dragon Sicilian like in the future. That's kind of the plan, just to make it a more interesting game. The Caro Con is great. I can always fall back on that because I'm pretty good at it, I think. So I think that's a good weapon to have as well, and it leads to solid games. But my coach wants me to try the Dragon Sicilian a little bit, so we're going to try it out. And probably won't play it in a video for a little while, but I'm going to keep with it in like blitz and stuff, and keep studying and see if I can't get pretty proficient at it so that I feel comfortable playing in like my daily video format, sort of. So I felt a little outclassed yesterday, so I'd like to get a little better at it. So that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A little bit longer than usual, but it was fun. I will catch you guys tomorrow. See you then.